Just wanted to give you a quick pep talk. It's part of the pep talk series that I have, just to give you a jolt of enthusiasm, a jolt of inspiration, a jolt of motivation to go out there and make this happen, all right? So this is called the 3 principles to unleash your greatness, all right? So the first one is tell yourself you're not going to give up until you succeed. That's the first thing. You have to literally tell yourself this every morning when you wake up. You have to literally tell yourself every evening when you go to sleep. You have to tell yourself when you're waking up, you're taking a shower, when you're thinking in the shower. You have to tell yourself, I am not going to give up until I succeed. All right, so take a second. I don't know if you're listening to this when you're driving. I don't know if you're listening to this while you're watching the kids. I don't know if you're working out. I don't know what you're doing, but take a second to tell yourself, I will not give up until I succeed. I'll say with you, I will not give up until I succeed. It's my anthem. I will not give. I say this all the time. I tell this all the time. Like my cousin, one of my cousins, he always thinks I'm on one because I say, hey, I ain't gonna give up until I succeed. You know what? When I do succeed, I'm moving on to the next. But that's a whole different story right there. So if you decide you're not going to give up till you succeed and you keep on pushing until you succeed, this will set the tone for everything you have to go through to get to the top. All right? Nothing's going to stop you from achieving your goals, and you'll accomplish everything you set for yourself. I'm telling you. See, people don't know what you go through on the day-to-day grind. All they see is the fruits of your labor. I respect anyone, I'm telling you, I respect anyone that reaches high levels of success because I know they worked hard for it. See, Howard Schultz, he's one of my mentors, and I look up to him a lot because he was rejected by over 100 investors when he was trying to raise the capital to get Starbucks off the ground. Michael Jordan, another one of my mentors, he was cut from his high school basketball team. You feel me? And there's countless stories of other people reaching high levels of success purely because they were not going to give up. They were determined to succeed. So tell yourself again, all right? Take a second. Tell yourself, I am not going to give up until you succeed, all right? But don't stop there. Keep on pushing to the next accomplishment, all right? Because it's going to happen. You already know it's going to happen. You feel it. You see it. You visualize it. Write it down every day, all right? So the second thing to unleash that greatness inside of you, you have to be willing to work extremely hard. You always hear about the person that is the first to get in and the last person to leave. If you want to guarantee your success, that person has to be you. You have to constantly be grinding because when you are working hard, you are sharpening your skills, pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, discovering things about yourself you didn't even know. I'm telling you. As I'm doing this audiobook, I'm like, hey, where's this coming from? But I know it's that deep desire to make this happen and make sure that you get inspired to make this happen. You know, I'm just getting so wild up right now. There'll be countless people or situations telling you to relax, but you have to keep on going. Consistency is huge here, guys. That's my one word. Shout out to Evan Carmichael. Go get his book, The One Word, or Your One Word. It's a game-changing book that makes you realize, like, what's your one word in life that keeps you going. It's a great book. Nevertheless, consistency is huge here, guys. Forgetting that the reason we got here is because our foot was pressed all the way to the gas pedal, which led to the great amount of momentum. Then boom, that's how success happens. Always be working hard, trying to get better. When you get to one level of success, keep on pushing forward for more. If you truly want to be great, you have to always be working to get better. All right? So the second thing, keep that in mind. Tell yourself right now, I'm always going to be working hard. I'm always going to be working hard. Wake up in the morning and say that. How am I going to work hard today? Write out different ways to do it. Think about your goal. Think about your goal right now. What's your goal? What you trying to make happen? All right? What are you trying to be great in right now? Write down different ways to make yourself work harder and attain that goal. Tell yourself, hey, I got to work hard today. Tell yourself, whatever you're doing right now, I got to work hard in it. You have to be willing to work extremely hard. If you're not able to work extremely hard, I'm telling you, if you don't have the desire to work extremely hard, you ain't going to be able to unleash greatness. It's that simple. All right. And the third thing, I don't want to make this too long. I just want to give you a joke, a pep talk. All right. Learn from the greats. When I decided I wanted to be a fitness trainer and a speaker, entrepreneur, the GOAT, I searched up who are the top speakers, who are the top trainers, who are the top entrepreneurs, who are the top motivational speakers, And I found out one of the top speakers were Tony Robbins, and one of the biggest fitness trainers was Tracy Anderson. I studied them. I learned everything they did to get levels of success they are at today, and that's what I'm doing right now. Honestly, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm doing exactly what they're doing, but I'm adding my own flavor into it. And that's how you got to do it, all right? You got to learn from the greats, apply what they did, and apply it to your stuff. And that's how you unleash greatness inside of you, all right? If you really pay attention to anyone that becomes successful, they learn from the people at the top of the field. These people have the qualities and the insight to become successful. So if you apply the principles into your life, you can do the same. I've heard many of the top basketball players learn from Michael Jordan. I've heard many of the top singers say they have learned from Michael Jackson. If you want to be great, learn from the great. Learn from the great. Learn from the great. I'm yelling this into you. Learn from the great. They're living blueprints of success. You have greatness inside of you. I know it. We all have it. But if you want to unleash your greatness, apply these 3 principles I stated earlier, and your greatness will be unleashed. Thank you. That's the pep talk.